This is a short abdominal video that you can do at any time of the day, and when you're feeling short on time, this is a great way just to fit something in throughout your day. If anything doesn't feel right, you can modify, and I'll talk about those modifications as we go along. So let's start by laying on your back on the mat. So feet will be hip width apart and about a foot's distance away from your buttocks. And we'll just start by reaching the arms up to the ceiling. And we'll do this first of all just to get some movement through the back of the body. So we're going to reach up to the ceiling, and your fingertips are going to come up and your shoulder blades are going to come off the floor, and then breathe out and draw the shoulder blades back down. Breathe in, reaching up, filling up the back of the body, and breathe out, sinking the arm bones down. We'll do 3 more. Breathing in, reaching up, and breathing out, drawing down, and 2, breathe in, feel the back body really open, and breathe out and sink the arm bones into their sockets. Last one, breathe in, reach up, and breathe out and press down. Now we're going to open the arms to the sides as wide as you can, breathing out, and breathing in, coming back in, feeling those arm bones staying in their sockets. Breathe out, wide chest, and breathe in, coming back. And you can imagine that your arms start from the very center of your upper back, between your shoulder blades, and sort of start the movement in your mind's eye from that mid upper back. So you're getting as much expansion through the arms and chest as possible as you move in and out here. So breathe out to open, 2 more. Breathe in, coming back. Breathe out and open. Breathe in, coming back. Place the hands, clasp them together, and place them at the back of your skull, right at the bottom or the base of your skull. And make sure that the elbows don't start on the floor. Just bring them up a little bit here so that you can see the elbows out of the corners of your eyes. Now, we're going to keep the hands in this position while we just start to move our pelvis. So as you breathe out, you're just going to engage through the lower tummy and pelvic floor to bring your pelvis into a tilt. So your lower back will flatten, and then breathe in to come back. Now you may be wondering what this has to do with abdominals. So I want you to feel like your abdominals are the thing that is moving your pelvis into this position. Breathe in as you come back to that neutral pelvis, and breathe out as you tilt under. So we're getting some movement through the lower back and the hips, but we're warming up the lower abdominals, and they can be sometimes a little bit hard to feel and locate when we're doing our abdominal work in Pilates. So this is a nice way to get those guys woken up. We'll do 2 more. So breathe out and tilt under. Breathe in and come back to neutral. And we'll do last one here. Breathe out, tilting under, and breathe in, just back to neutral. So we're going to add a little chest lift now. So take a breath in, and as you breathe out, we're going to bring the head up off the floor, but then think about moving your spine up and forward into a really nice chest lift here. Checking the pelvis is staying neutral here. Take a breath in and breathe out and melt back to the floor. So go a little bit quicker. Breathe in and breathe out, curling up. Breathe in, lowering back to the floor. So you can think of this a little bit more like mobility for your upper back. So if you can try and come up off the floor as much as possible through your upper back, that'll just give you a little bit more stretch at the back body, and then of course you'll feel a little bit more work in those lower abdominals. We don't want to come higher than your bra strap area here. So breathe out, curling up. 2 more. Into lower. Keep the head right in your hands so your neck isn't straining and coming up off the floor. Let's keep going. Coming up into your chest lift, and this time raise a leg to tabletop. Breathe in, lower it down, and breathe out. Breathe in. Keep going and alternating legs as we move here. Now what is tempting is to start moving the hips around or flattening the back because we've engaged this leg now to come up to tabletop. So what you need to do is try and get a nice soft crease in the front of the hip socket and keep your bottom nice and heavy. So you might find you're squeezing your butt here. You need to let it go if that's the case. 1 more. And we're going to add a little crisscross with that leg raise. So as you breathe out, cross over and then lower down, other side. Breathe out breathe in. Now try not to let your elbow come across your face here. Instead, think about this again, like some mobility for your upper back. So you're trying to twist and curl your upper back up off the floor as far as you can, rather than just bringing the elbow to the knee. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, last one, and breathe in. All right, so just taking it up a notch now here. We're going to keep the hands behind your head and we're going to take the knees back up to the tabletop position, only this time let your feet flop down towards your bottom. So the bottom of your leg is nice and relaxed and the knee is staying just over the hip here. So we're going to curl up into a chest lift and we're going to stay up in that chest lift, drawing through our abdominals in the lower half so much, like we did with our pelvic tilt as we started, that it brings your tip of your tail up off the floor, so you're really connecting to those lower abs, and then coming back down, breathing in. So breathing in. Now I'm not doing this with my legs. This is all lower abdominals, and you may have just heard my voice start to shake here, and that's a good thing. It means I'm working nice and deeply and I've got that tremor of truth happening. And it doesn't look like much, so if you're watching this and not doing it, it's pretty boring and it doesn't look like there's much happening. But there's a lot happening here in my lower abdominals. So if you can imagine that you're drawing the tip of your tailbone and your sit bones right up and over as though you're going to take them over your head and roll into a rollover. It's really going to get and target those lower abdominals there. 4 more. Breathe out. 1, breathe in, and 2, breathe in, and 3, last one, and 4. Roll it all the way down and stretch out through the body. So it's nice to just give your abdominals a little bit of a stretch here, so kind of a bit of a body yawn, and you can sort of reach from side to side here, so you're getting open through those obliques. Reach the leg away at the same time. And this is just a nice, quick little abdominal series that you can pop down on the floor and do at any time you feel like you just want a quick workout and you don't have very much time. So if you've got any questions, I'd love to know what they are, so just comment below. Thanks for watching.